Yeah, we're back, baby. As you can see, the 1UZ has arrived. There's some of the front. So an update, seeing as I haven't been recording for a while, probably because I actually haven't been at the lockup for a while, but at this point in time, let me just get this thing up and running. Damn it. So, at the present time, I haven't been recording because, well, the truth is that this is the third GoPro that I've had because the first two didn't work. The first one didn't work on day one when I bought it. The second one worked all of 2 times, didn't record footage properly, and then it continued to do exactly what the first one did, which was just get hot as soon as you turn the battery or put the battery in it and not switch on at all. So this is the third GoPro that I've got, which has been refunded. And this one seems to be working just fine, so we'll see what happens. Update on where we are. 1UZ is here. Don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there it is in the corner, right there, right there. So the 1UZ is here. I got it from the gentleman, paid $2,800 for the engine, management system, harness and transmission. It comes out of an Lexus LS400. I think a 96 model. I'm not too sure. It's got a 3042 LE transmission, which I'm not 100% sure if it's going to work on this, on the Pajero's transmission, which is a 340 LE. And yeah, that could turn out to be a bit problematic, but we'll deal with that at the end. The engine is in pretty good condition if we go have a look. I don't know if you can see, but there it is there. Managed to get it on a pallet. So it's in decent condition. It's got a bit of rust, and the agreement I had with the guys, he wanted to keep the catalytic converters because obviously they're valuable and people can sell them for money because of the platinum inside of them. But other than that, it looks okay. It does look like it's been in a vehicle and used for a while, but it doesn't look too bad. AC compressor is probably going to need some help. It does need a good cleanup. Front sump design. It is missing one cover here by the cam belt. Cam belt is new. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get give me a second here. Let's stop collecting rubbish. Just mental. The doctor is in. I'll take my phone out of my pocket. So yeah, where's my torch? There it is. So as you can see, as a cam belt does look pretty new. He told me it was just replaced, so it does look pretty new. The rest of the engine, I mean, considering, looks pretty good nick. If you look at the engine cooling system, it doesn't have corrosion in, which is one things that I saw that I really liked, which means this engine was probably maintained pretty well, especially from the cooling side or the cooling perspective. It's yeah, as I say, it doesn't need a clean. It's still got a lot of the accessories on. Power steering pump is on, which is good because then I can retrofit that to the Mitsubishi's power steering system. The alternator is still down here. This looks like it's been replaced at some point because it looks like it's a lot newer than the rest of the vehicle. Mountings are there. I'm guessing that's an oil level sensor. Most likely an oil level sensor. Yeah, so this is not the most ideal place for the alternator to sit if we're going to do 4-wheel driving, but I might retrofit something to try protect it from getting wet air filter box, manifold again. Here is the harness. As you can see, looks pretty decent. I mean, hasn't been butchered or destroyed or anything like that. There's the transmission, and as you can see, it is a 3042 LE. So with regards to if that's going to work on our transmission or not, I don't know, because I'll be needing the bell housing, front clutch pack, oil pump and input shaft, and to fit it onto the Mitzi. So there's a lot of work. It is got EGR system, so I'll be doing a EGR delete. A little bit of a crack over there, but I'll be doing an EGR delete. The rocker covers have been off at some point. Someone's tried to do a shitty job at sealing it and just smeared a whole bunch of sealer on. So I don't think I'm really going to go down the road of removing the rocker covers at all at the moment, because I don't really think I need to. The internals, look, it's not great down here, as you can see. So this will be the breather part of the engine. So there's obviously going to be a lot of sort of oil debris, varnish buildup and stuff in there, but in terms of everything else, I'm actually pretty happy with the purchase. The engine does turn. I've turned it by hand. I might pull the covers off, just pull the spark plugs out, have a look at the plugs, see what they look like, and go from there. I've removed a lot of the front end of the vehicle off. This is the aircon condenser, the aircon system fan. I've tested that doesn't run, so that'll obviously need to be replaced. Water bottle, it's been here forever. I also want to open this up. As you can see, it actually looks like it has been opened at some point, because I want to have a look inside at if any moisture has gotten in here. It looks good on the plug side, but this is not a well sealed unit, and it was lying on the floor inside the guy's garage, so that's not ideal. And in New Zealand, or as you're supposed to say, New Zealand, there's a lot of moisture. You get a lot of moisture here, and the lower you are, you know, the moisture can build up. And because it was sitting on the floor, I'm kind of concerned that it's had moisture build up. I just want to have a look at the capacitors and most of the diodes and resistors in there to see if anything's blown, anything's damaged. But I mean, if that ends up being a problem, I might just try to get a replacement one. I would like to go with the standalone ECU at some point, but I think for now, to get it into the engine or get it into the Pajero and get it running and drivable, get it certed, ready to go, waff it, and then Bob's your uncle. But yeah, and the other thing is I want to rebuild this, the winch. It still works, it's just a bit not well looked after. Needs a bit of TLC, remove all the rust, repaint it. I want to change the cable from cable to I can't remember the stuff they use instead, but because the rust just looks shit, you know what I mean. So we'll carry on from there. I think first things first, let's pull the spark plugs out and see what we find. Fresh and tins. I need to get an engine crane and a stand, which I've already pre-priced up. And the bolt in the rocker cover, in the spark plug cover. Interesting. It looks like it has typical old engine, very brittle plastic everywhere. What do you expect from something that's from the 90s, you know? Good thing about the 1UZF is they're very, very strong engines. So that is a bonus. Where's my spark plug socket? There it is. That's at least a benefit, so you can look forward to that. being really reliable. It must have been the washer hose for a headlight washer spraying system, but I don't know if I'm going to even re-put that in. It's obviously gone because they mounted the bumper. But I might just take that off completely. I mean, maybe I'll retrofit something later on at a later stage to reuse it. But at the moment, it is an obsolete. Still has water in it.
Hey yo, what the?
What's happening here? I don't need water all over the place at the moment. So take care of that later on when the time comes. Hey, sun's coming out. Come on, bud.
One eternity later.
You know what? I shouldn't actually remove that because I'm going to need to spray this engine area down, and that's sealing it up from the interior. So that wouldn't be a very smart move. Hey, catch up. Because I had to turn the GoPro off because it was running out of power, 35%, but I'll record a bit more with the remaining. So everything in the front side is now out. I took the bull bar off, fenders, everything's set over there. You can see how it's typical of the previous owners. I want to say one owner because I don't know what. Just attempting to glue on the, you know, the wider body, the flares or whatever you want to call them. And yeah, I made it a bit of a bitch to take off, but that's pretty much that. What I'm glad to see is a lot of the frame isn't so bad. It's actually a lot better than I thought it would be. Hey, wait a minute. Maybe we should look for that damn frame. Okay, that's the diff. I know I had to drop the diff down when removing the engine just to make space for it. Wait, here it is. So this shit was for here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we have found it. So this is here. There we go. Yeah, so at this point I moved on to the interior. One thing I will have to replace, which is pretty evident now, is this. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see here, but those threads are pretty much completely stripped. So when removing this AC line, which is the high pressure line, this has been on here for so long and seized in that position that, because it's obviously made of such a soft metal compound, pretty sure that's aluminium or magnesium maybe, but it just fell apart. And well, that's not exactly ideal, but we move on to this way. Coming around here, I've identified, I said like I'm a genius, but I pretty much located the Mitsubishi's management system engine control unit for the 6074. And what I want to do is take it out. I'm not sure if the damn camera can see this. Yeah, so we're removing harness. I want to pull the whole engine harness out because there's no need for it to be here anymore. There's that earth strap, just like the earth strap that goes under there. Under the ECU. So let's put that there, and then we shall remove more. Cue for the noise. It's about to get rowdy. So here's the ECU. Not sure if it's in good condition or not. I wonder if this one is, yeah, you can open this one up as well. I'll open this up and have a look. I could probably sell that online for a bit of money. Bit of that money, babe. Bit of that money. So we need to get rid of that earth strap. So there's obviously an earth here for the body harness and earth itself for the ECU. So I could probably use that same as the, or that same earth joint when putting the JCZs. What would be interesting as well is to remove this hole and just find out if, I don't think it will, but interesting to know. Nothing else holding it in. Let's come out. Bet you all the people who work on these Pajeros often are like, you idiot! How could you miss such an integral bolt? And these old clips are so sharp. There's always that. So not much percentage left in the battery, so we might as well have a look at the good old Mitsi ECU. That's from 6074. It's not GDI. It is just your usual standard MPI. I might be able to sell this ECU. You get a little bit of money back, as well as some of the Mitsi parts I'm not going to be using anymore. Heads from the engine, things like that. The block is pretty short. Yeah, there's not much really from the engine that's usable. Cams are corroded from them leaving water inside the engine the whole time. Water, leaving water in the engine. So this is pretty much, it is what it is sort of thing. That's more compact design. This actually looks good. I don't see anything wrong here. Caps look good. So this ECU is probably still okay. Yeah, she looks okay. There must have been some. No, that's just it's a film. Some sort of wax film over the ECU, obviously to protect it. The Japanese, man, they know the way of the samurai. So this ECU is still, she's good, man. That makes me super happy, man. That means I can put this on sale and I can probably find a buyer. So whoever's looking for one of these, yeah, put it down in the comments. Hit me up. So let's have a look inside. As you can see, somebody's been in here before. You can even feel the lid is loose. So I think it'd be a good idea to have a bit of a peek and see if we can see if we can find anything that's gonna make us worry about the condition of the ECU. There's a number of reasons this engine could have been pulled out of this vehicle. An accident, salvaged vehicle, maybe it couldn't pass a WAF and it was just scrapped. But oh, that looks good. I don't see anything funny. We shall continue moving. Well, aha. Yep, this ECU is probably gonna be a no-go. This is what I worried about when I first saw that somebody had opened it up. Somebody's already been in here and checked the capacitor's condition, and we have a break in the ECU at the bottom. So our next wonderful adventure will be finding a replacement ECU for this car or this engine. Not surprised, I figured as much. I didn't really bank on the ECU and being in good condition just because of what I saw, but I can try to show you. I am no electrical engineer, but that right there, I don't know if it's gonna focus or not, and that right there, I don't know if you can see because the screen is probably horrible, and that right there is a dead ECU. I think that is probably the biggest culprit right there. So that just proves without a doubt. Oh,